Happy Sunday. Happy, happy Sunday. I have been up for like 2 hours already. Yeah. Fuck. Anybody else wake up super early? My body was like at 5 a.m., which is really 6. My body was like, hey girl, you good? I tossed and turned and I said, no, go back to bed. And then Grandpa got up at 5:20 and I said, fuck it. So here I am, I'm up. No, I've been up since 5. Hell no. No. Me too. Since 5. Daylight saving sucks. Hi Mary, missed you girl. No, not happy. My back hurts. I had like 50 animals on the bed last night and you sit, you're like all you bitches whining about the daylight saving. I get up at 3 a.m. Well, I do too, but not on purpose. To pee. Oh no, Sherry. So sorry. Hi, Coldplay. I'm so sorry. My back hurts. I hurt my back. And I didn't even have to get up, right? I didn't even have to get up. I don't have to leave the house till 10:15. No. So I was just sitting in my house, drumming my fingers, and I thought, well, let me get on the treadmill. Like rise and shine. I bet my nugget was too, Heather. Wesley's an early riser, the oldest, so I bet he was up too, like, hey, this is great. Let's party. No, not at all. Ay. So yesterday I went to an early morning game. That's why I wasn't on yesterday morning. And I came home and I was lazy. I sure was. I caught up on all my shows, took a little nap. Yep, was lazy. L-A-Z-Y. Hi Maria. Yeah. Oh, you were up at 6. I was up at 5, girl. 5. Grandpa got up at 6:32, and he's like, I'm tired. Hi, Robbie. I'm up. You know, my body's like, bitch, you done sleeping? Yeah, Grandpa got up at 6:30, found me in the kitchen, and he was like, what's going on? I'm still tired. I said, well, why are you out here? Go to bed. Many of you have seen that video this morning. That was him at 5:20 in the morning. I'm sure he's gonna get up early. So Dan's still in bed with the dog cuddling. So I don't know how he could sleep. I'm not sure you saw I am up. Shauna, I was up at 5 a.m. tossing and turning, and then Grandpa, yeah, they're barking at a fly. Shit. Me too, poor gummies. I took about 20 mgs yesterday. I sure did. I slept like a baby. And here's the thing, then Dan wants hanky-panky in the middle of the night. Hanky-panky? No. Sorry. It's been about a month, y'all, because my body has been all over the board, right? My body is bleeding. It's not that I'm having cramps or something, and then I'm just miserable, and I'm just not thinking fornication, I'm just not. So, poor guy, it's been in a month drought, and I'm like, peace. But, here's the thing. In the middle of the night when I'm sleeping, like, why? Why, when I'm sleeping, do you think you want me to, wake up and pleasure you? We need to get a pleasuring time in the day. Preferably, oh, your tornado, yuck. No, it never disappoints. And that's the thing, is that I know, I'm like, I can see how I could be like, I don't know, that's when he's ready, right? But when I'm ready, he's not. So we are at a complete disconnect, and my body has disconnected me, right? My body is failing. everything, life, functioning normal. I do not function normally anymore. Don't wake me up. Yeah. And then he was to the point last night where his dad was yelling. I mean, his dad was up so much that he started yelling from the bed. Get in bed! Get in! And my ear was right there. Right next to the mouth, you know? So, yeah. Get in bed! Dan was like done. He was done. He was done getting up and down. So then he just started yelling from the bed. Yeah, so, hello. Well, now since you're awake, no. Yeah, so stressful. So, no, now that I'm on high alert and you scare the fucking shit out of me, and now you're rubbing my ass, bro, back down. Back down. He's always trying to wake me up. You know, then talks to me, and then as I'm falling back asleep, starts like saying mean things to me. She pretends she's asleep. She pretends, she lies. I think he called me last night a bitch. And I was just too tired and so irritated to fight back that I just let him. He sits and does that. He rambles. Oh, David. He rambles because he wants me to respond to him. So he says things that pokes at me. So, yeah, I would be thankful if he didn't want it. You know, I've always been waiting for his libido to die down, and it hasn't yet. He's gonna be 57, 58. How old's he gonna be? Anybody know? So, yeah, it's not. So sometimes he thinks, I'm lying. So I leave him presents in the toilet, or I show him in my underwear. Yeah, this is what you want. Let's do it. Touch it. Touch it. Get the fuck away from me. Oh. But I'm the problem. Yeah, it's my body. It's my body. He's gonna be 57. He's 56? No. He's not 56, is he? Fuck, I forget. So, yeah, I do. And he gets mad at me. Like a couple weeks ago, he was bitching, mumbling under his breath, something about me lying. So I pulled down my underpants while he was sitting in the chair, and I showed him what was lurking inside before I changed. Yeah, I do that shit. That's me. Yep. He's born in 67. So he's gonna be 57. At some point you just lose track of age, right? So anyhow, my body's fucked up. Look, my doctor's like, honey, I think you're gonna have to have your period every month. I don't think you can skip them anymore, because it puts your body in a uproar. So originally I was skipping periods for me because it was better for my PMS. And now she's like, girl, you're gonna have to bleed. Do it for a while and then try skipping again. Your body's cuckoo. Yeah. All right. Yay. Sorry, Dan. But it's almost nice in a way. I'm gonna tell you why. Because it forces you to have to relate on different levels, right? It forces you to connect in other ways, which we don't. But if we took the time to do it, I think it would be more beneficial to take that time and to connect on a deeper level in sex. Yes, I remember that. Anna Nicole Smith. I'm trying, Darwin, I'm trying to take care of my shit. So, anywho, you're supposed to connect brain to brain. Yeah. I wouldn't mind a wham bam thank you ma'am. Like Tara, he could have a wham bam thank you ma'am every morning. He doesn't want that. He wants the playground. He wants to I know, we missed you. Bruh. He wants the whole kit and caboodle. He wants to swing. He wants to run. He wants to jump. He wants to eat the candy, you know? And girl, you can't eat when you never know what's coming out down there. You're just not comfortable for me to sit there in the pain and in misery I'm in to relax for any sort of fun for me, right? You want to touch inside? I wouldn't, because we just don't know what's going to be there when you come out from the tunnel of love. No, you can't do that. And I really just don't want to be pleasured. I'm not in a pleasuring mood that way. I want to be pleasured in other ways, but not on the playground. No, so I'll give you a hole, and I'm here, I'm participating. Just don't worry about me. But I know, there are horror stories. Well, and that's what Dan says. Yeah, I know, the love languages. I love the love languages, but there's no love language between us. We're at a point in our marriage where we're two ships passing in the night. We're here, we laugh, we yell, we get irritated. You know, I don't know. We boss each other around. Go get Ed. Take care of your dad. Your turn. You know, we just don't have time for love languages. My love language is falling asleep with my gummies in the middle of the night, the beginning of the night, and passing the fuck out. Oh, he went through counseling to save it. Yeah, everybody, I think counseling is good for everybody. Where did David go? David, where'd you go? I'm back. Well, we missed you. So, yeah, you know, it's just more, oh, you went to Europe? Badass. You know, it wouldn't really take much to romance me, you know, but he doesn't do it, you know, he doesn't do it, so it's hard. We just accept each other for who we are in the situation I'm put in. You know, maybe. I think if Ed wasn't here, it would be different, right? But we're both so tired. We don't sleep well. The energy to have to put into each other is really hard. He has a love-hate relationship with my mom. That's so funny, Brady. You need to increase your gummy amount. I did, Kathy. I'm up to 20. At this age, selfish maybe. I need my time. I need my sleep. Everybody needs to work at that. Everybody needs to work on their relationship, you know? It's hard. You know, we get tired. And especially, I have so much on my shoulders that I just get overwhelmed at times, and you know, like it's been a bad couple days. I think that's the thing, Kay, because like he says he understands it, but it pisses me off because he doesn't really. Because if he did, he would listen to me and not poke me and, you know, and not empty nest and a divorce. Sometimes I think being alone is wonderful because I don't get it. And I think he pokes me all the time about it. Of course, it's always something. You're spotting, you know, my back hurts, my shoulder hurts, my neck hurts. Well, yes, because my body's inflamed. So it exacerbates my other issues, like my neck. And then I try to explain to him what happened with my MRI, And this is what he says. Well, I got the same thing in my lower back. There's nothing you can do about it. I have the same thing. What? I'm not talking about you. I'm literally talking about my neck. Like, try having that in your neck. Yeah, it happens. You're getting older. That's what I get. I have mild herniation on my facet joint from my C5, C6, C7 with stenosis. We knew the stenosis. Yeah, everyone has stenosis. But see how he pushes everything of mine aside instead of saying, oh God, I know, I bet that was horrible, right? And that's probably why your arm pain came from, right? No. I had that on my lower back. How do you know? Have you ever had a CT? Have you ever had an MRI? No. No. So you're self-diagnosing now. Nice of you. But everything's a poo-poo. Poo-poo, Danielle. And then he wonders why I never tell him about things. Because you poo-poo me. Well, I didn't know. Well, why would you know? What's the point of me telling you when you poo-poo? Right? So, my relation, yes, you need time for you, and you need, yes. Then again, they also need the same thing. It is hard, right? It is hard because I'm still having to do everything else. However, I do have to say, winter is super slow for me because my yard goes in hibernation, right? So I don't have as much to do. So I'm able to have more relaxation time. Instead of saying how Dan talks about her, maybe just listen and allow her to vent. Yes, I tell him that all the time. Just listen. I don't need your, I just need you to not poo-poo all the time. Now I need 2 levels stenosis and comfort. Yeah, so anyhow, I know I'm not unique in this, and everybody deals with their own arthritic pain in their body. But it's hard. And I just sometimes, as women, we just get pushed aside. And then we stop talking because, everybody's like, well, do you tell them? Yeah, but no, I just pick and choose. Because when it's something I need support on, no, I go to other people. The poo-poo, the poo-poo. And we hide it more. Like, Dan doesn't know how much pain I'm in every day. How much pain I'm in every day. Because I don't share him, because he poo-poos. And listen to her. Yes, David, and that's so sweet, because most of the time, that's what we want. We want understanding. We just want to feel loved and comforted. And we don't always get that. So, anywho, just a listener. And you know how many times T. Strobel, I've yelled at him. I don't know, or I say, look, I don't want a response. I just need some love, and he can't help himself. He can't help himself but to respond. And then it pisses me off. Men are babies. Yeah, masculine energy. Put you in your masculine energy. I'm in my masculine energy. Hey, you know what? It gets me through. I don't mind it. I don't mind my masculine energy. When I stop talking, you should worry. Yes, that's a good one, Mary. She said she always told her husband, when you stop talking, then you should worry. I have 4 screws, plate, and a cage at L4 and L5. Now you gotta fix the L5. Oh, yeah, that's scaring. That's scary. I'm giving up on what my wife wants. Well, here's the thing. If you're both, you can't just have one person trying, in a relationship. It doesn't work. So, you gotta have a give and take or it doesn't work. So if y'all just live parallel lives, it works better than one person trying all the time. 96 is very lonely, but enjoy the days. Yes. And Maria not having to clean up after people. You know, I think more and more as I get older, right? And I have pain, chronic pain. And you guys haven't really delved into my pain, right? I haven't really talked about it. I don't know why, I just haven't. But it's a lot. And those of you who deal with chronic pain, you know, there's all certain different variables of what we deal with, right? Mine might not be as much as somebody else's, but it's still pain for me, right? And I've learned to not complain about it. Sometimes I might say, God, my neck hurts, you know? Or like when my arm was capacitated, you know, that was scary. So you just kind of live with it because there's nothing you can do, right? Thanks, Angie. And the good thing is everything's mild, right? everything's mild. So nothing is too bad. I get any pain, sore back, my back's hurting right now on the left side. I think it's the way I slept because there was too many animals in my bed. And I heard Dan at one point go, "Are you really sleeping like that?" Because I must have been so contorted. So Coda could she was practically at one point for an hour laying on top of me. Like her head was resting on her nose, was like right at my chin. As long as it doesn't keep doing everything Dan does to me. Dan, I think, Dan's love language is sex. That's it. He doesn't care about anything else. So, he's grumpy. He gives me looks. He's short-tempered with me. Does he massage me for 5 seconds and then goes straight for the crotch grab? Yeah. So Dan, hey, everything would be fine in his world, right? If he just had sex regularly. Needs above your own to even discuss your pain. No, I know. With sciatica, oh, it's not fun. I've been chronic back pain since. It just gets worse, yes, as you get older. But my family they don't think, because we don't complain. My kids are all like, well, why are you doing this? You're going, what's the MRI for? What's the biopsy for? I'm like, bitches, mom's getting older. I don't know, I know it's scary, right, for you, but I have pain. I have neck pain. Well, how come I didn't know about that? Well, because what am I going to tell you? I'm going to complain to you every day about my neck? No, we just work through it. But I'm in fucking pain all day long. Sometimes it's worse than others. So, it's frustrating at times, right? Because we're just moms, and it's that innate thing that we have that we just keep conquering and keep doing and keep, he doesn't even ask when I put my neck thing on, or, I'm laying down, I'm like, I gotta just lay down for a minute. Sometimes I have to say, look, I'm hurting. You're gonna have to deal because I need to rest. And a lot of the time, I'm just so exhausted, right? So exhaustion also comes from the little shit that we build up with. Pain, pain. Yes, Tina, you remember? I don't know if you were here when my arm was locked. I had so much pain. I've never felt so much pain. It brought me to tears. So, and I still feel impingement, because I have mild herniation. And it happens. No, they think, and I think, Rihanna, it's really concerning because my mom died at 53. And so I think in the back of their heads, especially for, no, not yet, Tara. I just got the MRI. So at that point, hopefully the pain clinic will now call me and find it's mild. So I doubt they're going to get me on gabapentin, but probably cortisone or something. Missing an eyeball. My husband, yeah, me too, brown eyed girl. I don't really have, I was up at 5. Shit. It's a nerve blocker. It's a nerve blocker. So, you know, it just is. And pain makes you exhausted. On top of everything else, pain takes a lot from you. And I don't know why, and probably you all sitting here thinking, God, I didn't know. And it's one of the things I just haven't talked about because I think it's just so innate for me to ignore it and try to like avoid it because, you know, I don't have, because that's just what we do, right? I hope you find some relief too. I know, literally. And it affects my TMJ. And all this work on my TMJ is not helping when I have other issues. So, I know. Gabapentin is so weird for everybody. Pain literally wears you out. It's so sad. I wish there was, oh, David, it's horrible. All women need other forms of love. Yes. And that's the thing, Heather, too, is I think as I get older, I feel more, what's the word? Like it's not worth it, you know? I mean, I love my husband, but at that point, like I just want to feel heard sometimes, right? We want to feel needed. We want to feel appreciated. And I know he does, but I need it in other ways, right? Yes, I still exercise with pain, Shori. It's one thing I never stopped doing. My back's hurting right now. Very much pain on the left side. But that's probably the worst thing I do. It's not about sex anymore. And that's what it is for me. I think the sex is like so not important to me. And I think in some women, you get to a point in your life where you're dealing with so much internal pain and issues and perimenopause and all that shit that it's just not that important. Like I can sit in bed and intertwine my feet with my husband and laugh and just talk or watch a show together. And I get the same serotonin release, right, as he probably does with sex. But it's just, they are so pre-programmed, men, you know, for just, you know, that's their innate. Must have sex, must spread seed, must pound town, you know. Women, some women, I'm not gonna say for all, because I know some of you horny, there's some horny women out there, but I'm not one. I mean, here's the thing. I should say, I do get horny. I mean, don't we all? But I think it just takes so much effort for me to actually act upon it because I'm always doing something or, you know, it goes in and out for us, right? And so like I know it still works, right? But it's like, it's become so monotonous and so like robotic for me that it just I don't need it. That's not how I feel close. It's hormones. It's exhausting. And the hormone changes on top of it, everything is so exhausting. I am like in this horrible swing of exhaustion. And it's all interconnected, right? With pain, hormone changes, my body, just everything, just not knowing what it's doing, and sweating, itching, you know, creaks, itching, pain, nerve pain, you know, it's everything. It's horrible. That's the last thing. You know, honestly, I think if I were single, I wouldn't even care about a booty call. I'd be like, fuck booty call. For what? Oh, I'm good. I mean, if I needed anything, right, I know where my toy box is. But it's just not me. I'd rather not. It's just not that important to me. You start to feel like somebody's dustbin. And I'm not feeling sexy. Yes, so it's a lot of work at the end of the day. And I think another thing is I'm just not feeling sexy. You know, I'm bloated all the time. I'm cramping. My neck hurts. My jaw hurts. My teeth are sensitive because of my jaw pain and the inflammation from my neck to my mouth. Hi, Leslie. Do you even go down on dates? No, I don't. We don't anymore. We haven't. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because it's just too hard. You know, I'm out on the weekends watching my niece and nephew. You know, you get in a pattern, I think, in your marriage where you're just, you know, you're functioning. We're here, you know, one of us is either head here or, you know, we switch off. And we were going on dates, but it's just too much. It's too much to make a call, to try to get somebody to come over to watch. It's just not, and I don't really want to go sit and drink. You know, I don't want to sit and drink. I don't want to sit at the bar and drink. I'm not really drinking anymore. And I'm just changed. I have changed. I am on autopilot. Everything in my life is autopilot. Andrew's never home. He would, but he's never home. And it's not his responsibility. You know, I mean, he does step in when we really need him, but it's not his responsibility. Yeah. Same here. It's in my husband's obligation to Dr. Boots. Hear myself when I got mad at me for missing my mammo. You got to get in from the mammo, you guys. That is one thing. I saw a picture of a soccer mom on Hannah's side just the other day, and she had, I mean, you know, her hair was gone, but it was growing back, and it was a cancer grow back, you know, a chemo grow back. And I was like, oh my God, Hannah, you didn't tell me. Did, you know, so-and-so sick? I mean, obviously she had beautiful hair, you know, so I know that was a chemo grow back. And it was so crazy. I was like, holy crap. And that's a mammo, it was breast cancer. Yeah, Carrie, just wait. It gets more tedious, you know, and it depends on how long you're in it. Like I started going into peri at 36. I'm 50. The pain that you're feeling. Yeah, but we don't. It's just different, you know. I mean, Kay, we're both, you know, our businesses are our businesses. We sit on the phone. We talk with people around us. You know, it's not, you just don't, the connection's different now. It's just different. It's just different. And it's not bad. It's just different. It's just a different connection we have. I was getting to be a big drinker and switch completely over to me too. Maybe, yes, me too. I'm going to tell you something, Heather. I didn't recognize, yes, Cheryl. And I'm getting mine, I think, November. But I'm going to tell you, that's all part of the exhaustion, right? Yeah, it's definitely different. It's not, I mean, I love my husband. I'm not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. You just deal with things as they come. And he deals with it in his own way. Yeah, I'm on birth control. So I'm on the whole progesterone, estrogen thing, higher doses than HRT. My married kids tell me got to put on, yes, and that's true, Margaret. We typically are, you know, out, no more tequila and slots. No, I'm still going slots. I'm just saying I'm not drinking regularly anymore. I haven't really. I just, these edibles have opened my mind to, and I was so scared, right? But I was drinking 2 glasses of wine a night. Sometimes I would end up having the bottle, but it was happening more frequently that it was making me uncomfortable, and I didn't like it. And I didn't realize, yeah, I don't know, David, edibles make me really tired, but I could have a couple drinks and an edible and probably be fine. You know, I mean, I drank when I had 15 days of no drinking, then went to Nashville, and then drank. And then I haven't drank since I've been in Nashville. So I thought last night, well, maybe I'll have some wine, but I just chose not to. And really, edibles changes me, right? Because, yeah, it's hard. And that's what it was, right? I've had Ed for 4 years and a year straight. And because of my nerves and my frustration, right, my drinking just really intensified a little bit more than I was comfortable with. And so I didn't know the edibles were going to be as wonderful as they were. And they really helped me. But like for Dan, it's sad because like the drinking made me spunky and made me like, you know, put out a little bit more. Daniel, I have Kaiser out here too, and 3 years ago they put me in progesterone that very next month I stopped bleeding completely. And then for the first time. Oh, that sounds wonderful, Joni. So, you know, and I honestly didn't think, because most of the time I only had 2 glasses of wine a night. But do you eat more with edibles? No. Hi, bye. No, I eat more with alcohol. Edibles, just for some reason, I can control. I mean, I could tear up something, but I don't. I don't eat more. And it was clear I've had pneumonia and now I'm recovered. Oh, Leslie, sorry, girl. But yeah, so no, I don't. But I'm just more tired, right? So you see me on the lives now. I'm not as spunky because I'm just mellow, right? I drank about 20 beers one night and danced with my wife in the rain. Ah, David, that's beautiful. That's a great memory. I'd rather have a beer in my fridge than a man in my home. Word. High five, Jacqueline. This was last Wednesday. I love that. They do make me sleepy. And I've tried every kind and it still just brings me down. I mean, you notice I'm not staying on that night. I'm like, and I'm looking at the clock, 45 minutes in, I'm like, fuck. I try to tell myself, just make it to an hour. I'm just tired. I'm a different Danielle on those things. And I don't know if Dan really likes it. It's so funny. He's been wanting me to do it for so long and now hates it because he expected it to be, you know, more sexual. I realized mixed vodka led to nightly. Yeah, it was a huge problem. And, you know, sleep. So, you know, I'm not going to not drink anymore because I love it. I mean, I enjoy my wine, you know. So my mom ate a gummy the other night before bed and she said she fell over right out of her chair. So, yeah, it's different. Dan is like, he's looked at me on a live before. He's like, oh no. And I'm like, what? I mean, I could be spunky, but sometimes I'm just not in the mood to be spunky. It takes a lot of energy. How we expect you to be. Yeah, it's how, well, it's selfish, Rihanna, right? So, anywho, I love it. Take the edge off, yes. And that's the thing, is that people get from their live, because I said nice try, Diddy. Anyhow. So it does change. It does make me more mellow. It makes me more lazy and sleepy and tired, but it does take my edge off. And really, by the end of the day, living in this house, I need an edge to be taken off because I'm tired. I'm exhausted, you know, of my own shit, let alone everybody else's shit. It does, Joni. It helps with it helps, like, you know, if I'm normally like this, well, what's that gonna do to my C5 through 7 and my impingement and my partial herniation and my TMJ, you know? It's going to be like this. And then it doesn't help and it inflames. The edibles I was telling my PT, I said the edibles kind of, it really keeps everything lower, right? Even alcohol made me, it relaxed me, but not fully, right? Bye, Janet. Good luck, honey. You know, it relaxed me enough, but not enough because I still felt myself like this. And I think with perimenopause, it really fucked me up a little bit. And my sleeping cycle, I've noticed that I'm sleeping better now. It could be because I've gone up in milligrams and not drinking. I think it's a conglomeration of it all, actually. I'm not as in much pain, right? So, like I said, wine is not off the table, but not every day. And my dad, right, was an alcoholic and a pill popper. My mom was a binge alcoholic, so that was always scary for me because I always thought, I don't want to be that way, you know? I don't want to have to be dependent on something. And people get mad at me, right? All the trolls. Like, you shouldn't feel like you have to, you know, come down. Well, you do. Because when you have a lot of stress in your house and you're dealing with 50,000 other things, you have to. You have to for your mental state, right? So, and I know I'm requiring more now, but And I think it's the type. He buys me the same type, and I think I could eat a 10 now, no problem. So I tried, and I did it again yesterday, Sam, on the vape, and it kills me. It makes me cough so hard that I'm gonna puke. Like I ran to the bathroom because I thought I just can't do it. It's too harsh. So anyway, I'll just have to figure out a way to keep it stable. But yeah, like I was like, Dan's like talking to me and he wants me to answer, and I'm in this coughing fit, and it like is like, and I did it with I told you my cousins, but the flower, and same thing, not as harsh as the vape, but my cousin's vape didn't do that to me. So it's, oh God. So I don't know, you guys, it's just trying to find what works. But I'm enjoying it because I feel more balanced. It's so weird. I feel more balanced with not drinking every day. I didn't realize it, but I think after I talked to my brother and he was doing the same thing, I feel balanced. I do. Like, I couldn't wait to leave Nashville just so I wouldn't drink anymore. I couldn't wait to not drink, which is weird. Anyhow, and all the symptoms you are experiencing, quit everything and start meditation. I can't meditate. I have ADHD. I have ADHD, menopausal. It brought to you by perimenopause. So anyhow, that's my enjoyment. I can't relax my brain. My brain's all over the place. For sleep, I take one each night and has allowed me wonderful sleep for my sciatica. Oh yeah, hi Tucker. What time is game? 11 o'clock. Yeah, pack it back. Yeah, I don't know, David. That shit scared me back in the day. Back in the day, you know, in high school, I'm talking back in the day. Yeah, no. You take a gummy and then listen to meditation. I can't, you guys. My brain is all over the place. And the minute I take my other second gummy, hits in bed and I'm watching TV, I'm like, night. And Dan gets mad at me because I'm like, oh no, how do you relax your brain in perimenopause? Sleep. Sleep. It's not raining anymore, no. Sleep. It sucks, let me tell you. It sucks. And whoever says that, I tell them that the vibration plate helps that a lot. I know. I'm telling you, that vibration plate, it helps a tremendous amount for me. And my size, sometimes I get this, and you know what I was noticing too, you guys, which is really fucking weird, is, and I haven't had it since I stopped drinking, what my version of what I think a restless leg syndrome is, but like my right leg always, like when I drank, most of the time, it would always just be weird and like falling asleep, you know? So I don't know. I haven't had that either since I'm not drinking. But now I'm like all worried. I have all these like wine clubs that I'm like, do I put them on hold or do I just get them and have them just for like a horror stuff? And the only thing that calms me down is music. Dan listens to music. So good time. I tried, yeah, the plate is wonderful. Have you ever tried trigger point injections? So they did it in my for my TMJ. And then they started with lidocaine. Didn't work. And then when I called them back and said, doesn't work, I need something stronger, then he was on leave. And now he's back. So I have another appointment in mid-November to go try a different route. So hopefully by then I'll have my neck done and then I'll get my TMJ done and I should be in a better balance of myself. So anywho, that's just my struggles with life right now. My body failing me. But you know, I'm going to tell you something, you know, for me, I do love wine, but what I realized most about me is that during this time, it wasn't addiction, right? People want to say it was addiction, and I didn't have withdrawals or anything like that. You know, it wasn't addiction, it was habitualness. It was habitualness. So it was like my body wanted to use my glass, right? And hand to my mouth. And it was like my way of, once I got over needing to hold a glass of wine, ugh, completely different. Completely different. I'm a different person because of that. It's the weirdest thing. You know, people, all trolls call me all weirds, like mean things. With you know, just they're part of their repertoire of cut downs, you know, with me. And it's so funny because it wasn't hard for me. I wasn't like, the alcohol withdrawal that wasn't the problem. It was more my hand and time of day. You know, it was weird. It was weird. My body likes routine and habitualness, you know. Danielle, happy birthday to the Scorpios. Oh, God, I have to remember, I have to pay my credit card bill today. Or I get a huge late fee. So it's just weird for me. It wasn't that at all. But like, I think I have found my balance, although I do feel guilty when I drink now. So it's me, it's all or nothing. And it's a really hard disease up here. I have the Maroc. Shannon, I have a TikTok shop on my main page that is on there. Ashwagandha gummies in the morning has helped with sleeping. Oh, that's good, Jody. I love my vibration plate. Cigarettes, I bet. You were in AA. Oh, the credit card bill. My credit card bill. Ugh, let me tell you, it's not pretty. I had to have another talk with Andrew too. I was like, bro, I don't know who you are or who you think you are, but last warning. And my equilibrium is off. It's horrible. Oh God, that's horrible. I know a lot of people who have vertigo, and my heart rate was way too fast, and they gave me a Xanax, a couple pills, and I am back to normal. That's good. He was shaken from withdrawal of alcohol. No. $8,000. What's $8,000? I went through this also. I'm a better person altogether. Yeah, I mean, I've noticed I'm less moody. I don't know. It wasn't a huge change. And that's what I'm trying to say. It wasn't a huge change because I wasn't getting hammered every night, you know? It was just the routine that I was getting in. I was unhappy with myself, right? So it was that self-sabotage that I would do to myself and being disappointed in myself the next day, which is also exhausting, you guys. And part of, you know, my mental illness, right, that we all have is, you know, holding myself accountable, right, too much and not letting things go. The habitualness of, you know, and then feeling bad and feeling pissed off at myself for not being strong enough. And it's this vicious cycle that I hated. So I think, I mean, I'm better in that because I'm not viciously beating myself up as much as I was, but it was hard. Do I wake up with anxiety? Yes. I stopped drinking my wine over a year now, so I get it. Yes, I do the same thing, self-sabotage and manipulate myself. Yes. Yeah, it's all the same thing. Do I feel better now? No, it's not. Like, it's really weird. Like, I don't feel better, but I notice there is a difference, right? Yeah, I'm not having it. And then, yeah, and it's just, it's so hard to explain. Like, I was talking to my brother about it because he's also cut back on alcohol. And he said the same thing. He was like, it was just more balanced. Like, it wasn't a huge difference, but I feel better mentally, I think, more mentally, you know, than anything. Oh, my credit card is evil. My credit card, every day I open it up, and it's really not me spending. It's like, you know, the normal shit, like house groceries and shit like that, and the other shit for my kids. It's so expensive. Yeah. So, it's the Maroc. Yeah, I mean, I feel better, overall. I do. I feel better. I do. Hi, Marty. How are you? Yeah. Does this work? Mostly for my bladder, yes. I love this thing for my bladder. It's the best thing. I don't leak like I used to, and I'll take that. No money could repair that. So yeah, so anyhow, I was scared because it was that evil number. Yeah,
So I, not in a fog when not drinking. I wasn't really in a fog. And that's the thing, you guys, I wasn't fall down drunk every night. It was just, it wasn't, I wasn't any more of a fog than I am now. I'm more in a fog without it. Because, Candace, I woke up at 5 o'clock and I tossed and turned saying, bitch, go back to bed. And then Grandpa got up at 5:20 and I was like, fuck it. So, I mean, he went back to bed, but yeah, girl, I couldn't sleep. It's Candace's birthday, by the way. She just turned 50. So everybody wish her a happy birthday. But I do believe, and here's another thing. I do believe with perimenopause, right? I do believe that the alcohol, the lessening of the alcohol has definitely improved my symptoms and not made them worse, you know? So, yes. Candace, you're getting a lot of love over here too. So, anyhow, but yeah. I was pounding tequila every night for like 6 months and I finally stopped because I was not liking the routine. Yeah, and that's the thing, is that it's just the routine and it's not completely healthy. And I realized I was up more, even with 2 glasses of wine, than I am with gummies. So, no, it doesn't make me pee more, Marty. It tightens it all up. It brings it back up. My bladder is probably not so much in my vagina anymore like it used to. It's a little higher because you have to hold everything tight, you know? So, Terry says, I bet I know who you're voting for. So, ooh, better than a Kegel. Yeah, because I never did them. 6 months of heaven. Yeah, it's different, right? I mean, I still, like I said, I'm still going to drink. I'm still going to have fun. I'm not like avoiding alcohol. But I'm just enjoying this new way of life. Yeah, to quit soda. So, you know what's really funny is my caffeine intake has gone up. And I don't know why. Is it because I'm more tired? And I don't think there's any correlation with alcohol and caffeine intake, but I think it's because I've been just so tired that my caffeine intake has just gone up, way up. And I wasn't. Hi, C. No, and I won't quit. I mean, I never thought I was going to quit wine. And I'm in shock that I was able to do that. But like I said, I'm still going to enjoy a glass or 2 here and there. I love my soda. I say my Dr. Pepper's like crack, yeah. We American need to use this president to create jobs in the United States and make jobs. Anxiety can the same thing, and caffeine is very high. I don't sleep. I mean, I like lately I can't stomach. I'm back on the coffee is just, I'll drink about a quarter of my cup and then I'm like, oh, I can't do it anymore. So I'll probably have a Red Bull on the way out to soccer just because it's not enough caffeine. And I definitely will have a soda later. I replaced my wine with soda. Politics gives me anxiety. It makes me drink too, David. It stresses me out. It really makes me sad that we can go on and on about this shit because it will never change for me that, like people come on, I know who you're voting for. Okay, so like, who cares? I'm proud of who I am and how I view things, and I have nothing to hide. I just can't really openly, endorse, things here just because that's something, we try not to do on our platform. Plus it gets ugly and people just don't know how to be respectful. And that's like another reason why. If people could be respectful, it'd be a whole different thing, but it changes into ugly and hate and anger. And I am just not about that. There's too much already in the world that when I'm on my platform, I want to have fun. I want to try to ignore the shit that's out there and try to have fun with it. Y'all know what I believe in. It's not hard to understand what my views are because I do speak about them more than Dan does because it's something I'm passionate about because I am a woman. And I feel like as women, it's important for us to we're still fighting. We're still trying to climb up that corporate ladder. We're still fighting for equal pay. We're still fighting for so much, and we're still not there. And we still keep getting held back. And I think that's shitty. I think that's shitty. So I vote for my kids, my grandkids, my niece, I just where I am as a 50-year-old woman. I think it's really important. So sometimes you have to look a little bit deeper about the things that are really important. And, it is what it is, you guys. I'm not ashamed of who I am. I've voted both sides. I tell you guys this all the time. I have supported both sides depending on what's happening and what I want to see changed for my family or for myself, mostly for my family, because it's never about me. I will be fine because I'm 50, right? But I worry about the years to come. And so I have voted many different ways over my years, right? And now I'm voting for what I feel is the most important. So, like me, love me, or don't. And that's the problem, is that people hate when you speak the truth. And they hate you for your beliefs. They hate you for your religion. They hate you for the color of your skin. And that's what's wrong with society. We need to stop the hate. Somebody asked me something the other day, and they said, what would be the one thing you would abolish if you had the choice? And I said, hate. Because with hate comes war, right? With hate comes abuse. It so much revolves around hate that I think if we did without hate, our world would be a better place. So, bye, Leslie. Be safe. And this is exactly, when you say stuff like that, and then, people can't help themselves, right? People can't help themselves, and they have to attack one side or the other. I'm not attacking anybody. You see that there's a difference? I'm not attacking. I'm just stating what's important to me. I'm not attacking. That's what is wrong with the world. Hate. It's attacking. I'm not attacking anybody, right? I'm just stating what's important to me, and people want to come on and attack. That's why you can't talk politics. That's why you can't do it. So, anywho, that's why. Politics is poison 100%, but we can't get away from it because unfortunately that's the way our country is ruled. And unfortunately we are in an ugly place, and we've been in there probably for the last 10 years. And we need to get a grip. We need to get a grip and not be so black and white. And that's just it. I didn't love chaos. Yeah, I don't love chaos either. I mean, sometimes, I like to poke a little bit on social media because that's just my nature. And I get poked at all the time regardless. But that's it. Yes. Yeah. I blame the algorithms for promoting conflict. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I mean, there's no easy answer to politics. I just try not to attack because there's nothing gets anywhere when you attack and you criticize others. That's it. I vote for what I believe in, my values and my ethical stance on the world and my rights and everybody else's. And when I see something happening, I have to make a decision for my well-being as well as my family's. And depending on the times that we're in, it depends on which way I lean. I have always said this to you guys, and I will always say it. I'm more of a moderate. I've been more of a moderate than anybody will ever know. And when you're a moderate, that's what happens. You tend to get more, you have a little bit more patience, and you can see and you take the time to listen and learn and make the best choices necessary, right? When our house was full of more moderates than right or left, we had more meeting in the minds, right? We had more, we got things accomplished.
Are you on?
Yeah, I've been up since 5.
Let me talk to your guest for a second.
Oh, great.
No, seriously.
For what? What are you talking
All
about?
right. Here's a quick, funny thing here
Jesus.
to make everyone feel a little bit better, hopefully. So here we are facing this election, and half the country is scared shitless, and the other half of the country is scared shitless for the actual opposite reason. There are both parts of the country are scared shitless because it's the importance of the election. Well, just if we go back 8 years, it was also an important election. Who was Hillary Clinton's running mate? Don't put it out right now, please. Don't give the answer. Who was Hillary Clinton's running mate in this incredibly important election? Do we remember? Do we remember? I'm glad you're not scared Tuesday, child, but for that it was also important. We don't even remember who who her damn running mate was. You guys thinking. Now somebody can say, but man, yeah, there you go. Thank you, Long Island Jake. People don't even remember who her damn running mate was. Isn't that incredible? And it was that. Thank you. Yeah, it was Tim Kaine. All right, that's my idea. It was a Saturday Night Live sketch, and I just thought, wow, that kind of puts things in a little bit of perspective. Have a good Sunday.
People say and.
That was it. It was just saying, hey. I even told Mark the same thing. Ooh, dog. Maybe it's not so bad.
Well, you never know what he's going to come out, with saying. I can't even remember. I wouldn't have been able to tell you that. I don't even know who Tim Kaine is. So, there you have it. Whatever happens, we always get through it, right? Whether there's a lot of hate or a lot of disgruntledness, we still manage and we still live in uproar. So, he was a senator for, oh, yeah, I don't know. I didn't know who Tim Kaine is. No, I don't. We have one life, that's for sure. We've been on. I sure as hell will never forget JD Vance. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Now, I think even the youngest children will remember that. Oh, I heard Donna, my friend lives in Oklahoma, and she's like, just so you know, I'm okay. We had 3 last night. We are in a democracy, and that's what gives us the right to have our own choices. We just don't have to be angry and attacking for it. Hopefully Constitution prevails. That always made me feel safe as an American. I would like to just, here's what I would like to get back to. I would like to get back to feeling like an American. I would like to get back to feeling united, ultimately. Because we aren't. Yeah. Thanks, Tanu. Yeah, bring, America back again. So, I would just like to feel united again. United. Yeah. But it's going to take a long time. I do too, Dana. I think life has become more toxic and disrespectful. I look at people every time I go out, into the mass public, and people don't look happy. And that's what I was telling you guys. So people are not happy. And that's why I told you the other day, I really try to, when I see somebody who is not looking their best or looks like they're having a tough day, I literally try to say something nice to them, because I believe in kindness. I believe in, you can all have differences and be respectful to one another. I believe in human nature. I believe in love. I believe that we can get along despite our differences. Yeah, they do, Rosie. I mean, 100%. You guys, I'm not here, again, what you guys are doing on TikTok, some of you are just proving my point of how bitter you are. This is not an attack it's an attack on both sides, right? It's not just an attack on one side. It takes two sides to fuck up a country. It's not one person or one side responsible for all the demise in the world. And that's what people need to realize, is the people who are simple-minded and think that way are the ones who think, it's one side versus the other. No, it's both sides fucking up the world. So it's both sides. Educate yourself and stop burying your head in the sand and recognize that each side has a fault. Each side is responsible for something. And nobody, right? Nobody works hard to come together. It's just a pissing contest of whose penis is bigger than the other. It's really stupid. Politics has gotten really fucked up. Christmas. Hell no, I ain't. Oh, thanks, Say from India. It's gonna be ugly. I think I am just gonna take the week off of social media. You can't help but feel the anxiety from side to side, I'm sure, like Dan said. It's a very touchy moment. I mean, it's neck to neck. It's gonna come down to the wire. And I don't know if I'm gonna. I just may not come on for a while. I may not come on for a week. I don't know, because it's gonna be ugly either way. No matter who wins, right? No matter who wins, it's going to be ugly. I'm Irish. I'm nervous for you. You should be. I know the Canadians are too. So much anxiety. Decorating is distracting, yeah. And I typically start cleaning and like dusting things that I should always normally dust, but I don't. So, yeah. United we stand, and apart we all fall. And that's where we are. We're all falling because we are just not united. It's hard to say, where's our Americanism? Where's our proud to be American? And there's just not. We're so divided. It is so ugly. It is so ugly. And just so you know, people from other countries see how divided we are. Oh, God, I'm a bit glued. I don't know. I hope so, Barb. I hope so. So anyway. All right, guys. I didn't mean for it to, I'm just trying to get people to, it drives me nuts when people want to point fingers. Again, it's everybody's fault we're in this situation. All the politicians, they're all crooks, they're all liars, they all do the best they can for their sides and what they believe in, but they have really divided us over the last 8 years. Just saying. We need technology in our voting system here. I know, Amy, I really do. I know, Tiffany, I'm embarrassed for us. I'm embarrassed for us. Yeah. And David, and honestly, like, I think you can value me even if we don't vote the same. You know how many of my friends, I'm like probably the only one out of my friends that votes the way I do. And we still respect each other. we just know we don't talk about certain things, right? It's okay. Like, I have love for people who don't have the same views, but what's weird is that a lot of our views align because you know why? Because they're also more moderates, right? And I think there's a commonality. There's commonalities that, the pro one way or pro the other doesn't see eye to eye because it's just like extreme religion. I think when you're extreme anything, you fail to see a broader picture. You're very tunnel vision. So, anyhow. You are part of the problem by saying both sides are equally to blame. They are not. Oh, they are. You are part of the problem with the lack of foresight and fortitude to have a broader spectrum. Who have differing views. I do too, because Deanna, that's how I learn, right? I am always fascinated why people are choosing, right, certain people in this election over others, right? Just on the principalities of humanization, ethics, values, without going into details. I always am curious why people choose one way versus the other for obvious reasons. And I need to learn. I feel like I don't shut off my mind. I want to, please tell me why. Like, and certain things are important to them too as females, but it's not important enough for them to do, one side versus the other. And to me, I try, right? I try to learn. I try to understand, and sometimes I don't. And I just, I don't get it, and they don't understand me either. But we still have a mutual love and respect for one another, and we don't let it interfere, because they have love in their heart. It is. How will we know who to continue hating? Who's hating? I don't want to hate. Hating is ugly. Hating is vitriol to our society. It's horrible. Yeah, it's morals. I have a niece, I have 2 daughters. I have a son, who is going to wed a female. So anyhow, I've never dropped a friend over a vote, but I lose people every day because they assume I am who I am and who I'm voting for. Sorry, not sorry. Is Ed voting? No. Nashville was amazing. I can't wait to go back. Get on the right side of history. Kathy, that's an ugly thing to say. That's an ugly thing to say. Ed can't vote. Yeah. I believe we're just like what leaders are appointed in the election process is a show. It is, they're all trying to, it is. Yeah, Sherry, it seems like one side. He's voting for the first time? Wow, Shannon, that's crazy. Would I ever move to Nashville? 100%. Danielle, what are you going to do with a hibernating yard? I don't know. I'm going to have a lot of leaves to pick up for a while, but until then. D, I don't need to say who I'm voting for. It's quite obvious who I'm voting for. I don't need to say it. Are you telling me people are beefing with you because of how you vote? Sometimes, yeah. A lot of people do in this America that we live in. Land of the free. Land of the free. And if you have to guess who I'm voting for, then obviously I do a pretty damn good job. But y'all should know. Would I ever move to Newark? No. Nope. Anyhow, what are my plans? I am going to a game. Yep. Yeah, we're not. We are not free. So I did. Really? I know how to say it. It's no one's business. And it's nobody's business. Just like my bank account numbers are nobody's business, I do have things that You know, we don't want the California type in Nashville. Well, that's funny because you have a lot of California type in Nashville. Scrappy. I don't know if you've seen Nashville lately, but you got a lot of California types there. So nice try. Troll better. Which game? My Nugget, Wesley. I went to Delaney's game yesterday, and so today's a Wesley game. Yeah. It's sad. Yes. And it's emotional. People hate. It's hate. Lots of Cali moving here to Florida. Yep. I would never vote to go to Florida, though, because y'all have hurricanes. No, thank you. I am Courtney. I am really the main character. How do I feel about LGBTQIA? There is no other way to feel but accepting. I don't understand. Yes, they're Josh's kids. Some Austin, Texas, local West. Don't California. Don't Californize Austin. You guys are, that's just mean. I mean, that's what the world is. That's the problem with the world today. All you people speaking up and saying, don't come to California, we don't need you. You guys are just mean people. I mean, that's just mean people. It's ugliness. And you guys are responsible for half of the ugly in the world. You too, Larry. Everyone, regardless, is perfect just the way. Me too. If you have a kind heart, if you're nice, if you have good values, morals, ethics, I don't give a fuck who you vote for. As long as you are a sweet person and you have a kind heart, you are welcome at my table. I don't care your color. I don't care what your sexual preference is or what it's not. I don't care. You just have to be nice. Oh, Joe O'Leary. I was like, when I said that, I was a little concerned what I say. Watching your election is frightening. It is frightening. It's frightening for me, and I live here. I can't imagine what other people are saying on the end. I support all as long as you're a nice person. And if you're ugly, I don't support you. No. And you're not welcome at my house. Dan will give you like 50,000 chances. I will not. I just can't, I can't give anymore when you aren't worthy of what I give. So there you have it. Me too. I support anybody, and it's really sad, again, with hate and what they do to the LGBTQIA. You know, I think it's bullshit, and I think just people are angry, and they're projecting their biases and their ugliness onto others who are just trying to figure out where they belong in this world. Fuck y'all who are mean to them. Fuck y'all. Anyhow, I love how you handle the trolls these days. Oh, thanks, Rachel. So... Oh, Grace coming in hot. So in other words, you don't stand for anything. Grace, get a clue. And stop being an angry woman. God, I hate angry women. I hate angry women. I stand for being against ugliness, Grace, and women like you, whose heads are up their ass, they're jealous, or there's some sort of way about me, and you feel insecure when I'm around. Well, honey, that's a you problem. That ain't a me problem. Let's go, Marty. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the casino soon. What did you say, Marty? Marty, I don't know what you said. How far back am I going, bro? I can't find it. It's always those people. My name is Grace, and I come with lots of angry Grace. Anyhow, I love the casino. Can you upgrade to disagree with somebody in a positive way? I don't know anything or how to deal with that. Oh, have fun, talking hands. If someone is voting for the party being endorsed by the Klan and Nazi, is that really a nice person? To what they say. No, bye, Marty. Have a good day. This is my merch. And I'm sure the negative graces are going to come at me for this when my website is launched. Yeah. To live and be kind. I want to die happy. I want to die feeling comfortable. I want to die with not as, I mean, we'll always have unrest, but I think we just have the most we've ever had. Yeah. So anyway, you're still voting for Coco? Me too. I wrote her in. I actually wrote myself in. No, I really didn't. But anyhow. All right, guys. I am off to, I don't know, piss away more of the morning. This is ridiculous. It's 8:30 and I still have so much time left. I feel like I have been up since the crack of dawn. I have 5 o'clock. Yeah, 5 o'clock. So anyhow, you guys enjoy your Sunday, however you spend it, whether it's watching football, being with your grandkids, being by yourself, or whatever. But I'm going to enjoy it with my family. I'm going to Wesley's game. I think Andrew and Jennifer are going as well, and we're going to do lunch after. And then I'm going to come home and probably pass out because I shouldn't be up for this many hours, or maybe take a gumming earlier in the day and have fun. So anyway, find some happiness today, people. Life is too short. There's too much anger out here. There's too much stress. There's too much politicking right now. Find something today that makes your heart smile and puts you in a happy place. Love you. Thanks, David, for coming back. I'm glad you had fun. And thank you for sharing that Dancing in the Rain with me. I love that. That's badass. Anyway, love you guys.